Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? We have got an early access copy of Mudrunner Spintires. This is just fantastic. I've had a little bit of a play around on the map and sort of seen a few of the bits that there are to see. It's cool. It's very awesome. The camera is not as bad as it was previously. I got to admit, I'm not a fan of the camera, but it's drastic. It is improved. It's hugely improved. You can zoom out a little bit. You can sort of move it around, and then it stays in position. You can also activate a cockpit camera as well. So that's something that a lot of people wanted for a very long time. And you can just look around whilst in your cockpit camera like that. I don't actually know how to get out of the cockpit camera, which is a bit of a nuisance because I want to get out of the cockpit camera. How do you get out of this? Okay, well that was actually simple enough. You just got to press a 1 and it moves you back out again, and then you can change how you have your camera set up, and there's also the ability to have the camera set up for looking at the trailer as well. So what we're going to do first is we're not going, well actually we will try and put something on here. I was kind of thinking that we would take a look at the map, and we're gonna move around on the map. Now this is quite a big map. It really is. There's a lot of stuff here. You've got some various vehicles that are locked on the map. You've got log stations, log kiosk there, and there's another one up at the top, and you've got a lumber mill over here. You've got to get 8 load points to each lumber mill, it says. I don't know how many lumber mills there are. I thought there was just the one. There's a fuel station up there. There's a couple of vehicles over here, a K700, which I think is the tractor, the Kirovets tractor. And then you've got a B131 as well. So I'm going to try and get over there and see if we can unlock that tractor. That's going to be the first thing that I want to get done today, whilst we sort of take a look at everything. I'm really impressed with the actual game itself, and just driving around and so on. There's a lot of fun to be had on this. I did try to get my steering wheel set up on this, but I couldn't get it. It wasn't working properly. So I'm guessing that's sort of still work that's got to be done to get the cameras set up, to be able to add a steering wheel. There is the options there, but it's just not working properly at the moment. So we want to go, yes we do, we want to carry on out this way. So we can zoom out a little bit, and you can move the camera around. We've got the diff lock, and we've got the all wheels as well. There's a hardcore mode so if you use the hardcore mode, you can't have any auto load for the logs. You've got to manually load all of the logs yourself. And look at the way that the mud is kicking out from the tyres, and the water physics as well. And I really do love the way that there is a lot of work that has gone into the physics of the map, and just making sure that everything is like working really well. And if I drive through the trees and stuff here, it does a wonderful job. You see the vegetation sort of flying around as you go through, and your vehicle does take damage. I'm in casual mode, which means I don't take any damage. Well, I do take damage, but until I reach maximum damage, it won't affect my performance in game. It won't affect the performance of the vehicle in any way. If you go to hardcore mode, there, see, I just took some damage there, and I think I walloped a stone or something. If you go into hardcore mode and you take damage, it actually starts to impair the ability to drive the truck. It slows things down, different bits stop working properly. And another thing with the hardcore mode is when you're driving along a slope, the wheels will always try to turn downhill. Very realistic, that bit. You are actually fighting to keep it on the slope, and it's trying to pull itself down the hill, away from where you're trying to steer to. So that bit I particularly like. I haven't actually tried it in hardcore mode, but I intend to. I will be doing that at some point. So because we've got this a couple of weeks early, we'll do several episodes on this before the game actually comes out, and sort of explore what there is to offer on it. I did previously. Oh, there's the Kirovets there, so we could go and get that one unlocked in just a minute. Actually, we'll go and unlock that one first before we drive this truck here into the water. There we go, K700 unlocked. And what is that? Oh, I see. That's a big log grab on it. Ah, I'm with you now. Excellent. So we can move the camera around, and you can get a nice sort of sideways on view of it. To me, the colours are looking a little bit almost washed out a little bit, but I don't know if that's just my resolution is a little bit too bright, or if that's actually what it is. Now, you can go and wash your vehicle off, get into the water. He takes a bit to drive around, but he is good at driving in the water. Let me just bring this one back round. I'm going to try and turn it round now, and actually no, we're just going to drive through the water until we get a little bit deeper, and maybe we can actually get some damage done on the vehicle. I don't know if it's going to damage it or not. Nope, it's not going to. But we're now nice and clean. It's looking very, very clean. It's looking very shiny. Oh, we're getting stuck. You've got a winch equipped on every single vehicle, exactly the same as the original Spintires had. Dangerous water level. I did drive it into a lake and test that bit out, and there are a couple of lakes on this map. This is the bog, and there's a couple of lakes on this map where you can actually drive in too deep, but most of them it's not too deep for this one. I imagine that some of the other vehicles it is going to be too deep, but we're just going to try and turn around. I want to try and get up out of this little pond here for a minute and see if we can go and get that Kirovets tractor. We're just going to have a little drive around with that one as well and see what we can do with it. And go on, you can do it. Out you go. There we go. That's much better. Right. Let that one go on through over there. I would like the colours to be a little bit brighter, I've got to be honest. I don't know if that's just me. Oh, I know what we will do. Before we go any further with that one, let's just back up a little bit and turn the camera around. And we go into the cockpit camera and we'll see what this is like. Now, I'm steering with the keyboard, but I gotta be honest, it's not like Farming Simulator. It's a real pain to steer with the keyboard. It's a painful experience, and yeah, I don't like it at all. I really struggle with doing the keyboard with Farming Simulator, and quite a lot of driving games, to be honest. It's difficult with the keyboard, but this one, you look at the steering wheel, it's slowly straightening up. It doesn't sort of go instantly back, so it's designed to be keyboard friendly. It's designed to be much more keyboard friendly than most driving games that I've encountered up until now, which is really, really awesome because it means that it opens the game up to a huge number of extra players compared to what could currently play it. So let's just come out of the cab a moment, and then we press V to go into advanced mode, and we'll stop the engine, we'll leave that one there, and we'll change truck. And then if I just click, I can move around like that, and we'll click on this one. Right, the Kirovets. This is the bad boy here. Now, which way round is that behind? That's actually behind us, isn't it? I'm going to just see if I can change the graphic settings slightly to just change the colours on this, and also figure out how to use that grab so that you don't have to sit here and watch me painfully suffer through it. Well, I think I've made some progress. I've figured that one out. I can't really change... Help if I take the brake off. I can't change the graphics to sort of make them more colourful, as it were. They do seem to be a little bit almost washed out slightly, but I don't know if that's just me. And I did tweak the contrast ever so slightly, but it's not made a significant difference. I mean, I still like the colours. It does kind of look realistic. I guess I'm so used to playing the likes of Farming Simulator, where everything is really, really bright, that this does make a significant difference. So we've got this wonderful, wonderful Kirovets here, and it does work really well. I'll just show you the controls on here. And it didn't show up very easily. It did take a little bit. I did have to sort of figure it out a bit. So if you just press number 4, it does open and close just like that. But then you go number 3, and it doesn't actually show. It did show the controls very briefly, but then it didn't. So you got the A and D keys to move that one, and then it's R and T to lower it. So I'm pressing T down here to lower it, and then A to bring it back like that. And then I could, if you exit the advanced mode, and then you back it up like that onto the logs, I'm guessing. And then you press V again to enter that, and 3... Oh, now it's telling me. R and space load a lift. Space, it pushes it down like that. And then R to lift it up. I mean, T is also doing the same. But you can do that, and then you can rotate it over and put it over the logs, and then you press 4 and it clamps it shut like that. Wham. And it works really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to close that one up, and we're going to lift it up there, and I'm just going to rotate it back so it's not sort of in our way too much. And then we press V to exit that mode, and We're going to go and take the Kirovets for a little drive. Now, what we need to do for this particular map is we want to get all the way up here to a log kiosk and log station. And there's 2 more vehicles to unlock up there. We've got another log station here, and we've got a garage up there. You've got the waypoints, and then there's a lumber mill over this way. So this is our first garage where we start. And we can, I think, recall... I don't know if you can recall all of them or if you can just recall 1 or 2 of them. But, yeah, we'll get to that bit a bit later. So the first thing I want to do now is I want to try and get up there. But I want something that will carry the log. So this tractor that we've got is all well and good. I guess if we take this one back to the garage... Oops, I didn't want to do that. We could try taking this one back to the garage and see... I don't think that there's going to be anything else that we can use on this one, though. I think this one's kind of... As it is, that's what you've got. So... It would be useful for loading logs, but I don't think we're going to be able to do a massive amount of stuff with it. Now, I've got this one on automatic. I don't think you can have automatic in hardcore mode. You have to manually change the gears yourself, which is another really cool aspect of it. It's not something I want to do. And also, this is the first game I've played that has an articulated steer machine. I mean, to be fair, this is only the 3rd game I've ever played with an articulated steering machine in it. But this is the first one I've played where it's actually fun to use on the keyboard. Because those of you who are familiar with Farming Simulator will know that when you try to turn an articulated steer machine in Farming Simulator, it's just awful. Because it snaps back to the straight position, doesn't it? This one does so, you can turn it, and it holds the turn. It holds that position, which is so much better. It actually lets you drive the thing, which is considerably better than the Farming Simulator effort for it, which it doesn't do that. And I believe that there are now mods that sort of changed that approach, so it does make it a little bit easier. But at present, it's certainly not very user-friendly for just keyboard use on articulated steer machines, which is why you'll very rarely find someone who keyboard plays on Farming Simulator using anything with an articulated steering system. It's always the wheels that they do it. Right, I got all wheels off, that's why I'm spinning so much. I'm not doing too bad considering I'm not even using 4-wheel drive. That's 4-wheel drive. You press E for 4-wheel drive, Q for the diff lock, although this one doesn't actually have a diff lock. Well, he's flying now. We don't use fuel at a massive rate. I mean, you do use the fuel up, but you don't use it at a massive rate because we're in casual mode. When you switch over to hardcore mode, you use fuel up much faster. It's much more difficult. You've really got to plan your routes when it comes to fuel with the hardcore mode. Everything about hardcore mode is genuinely hardcore. I've only been reading the list. I haven't actually tried it yet. So I literally just read through the list of all the different settings for it, and I thought, whoa, dude, that's like seriously hardcore. Like seriously, man. And it's just too hardcore for me at the moment. So I'm going to go with casual. Because, yeah, then I'll actually be able to do it, and I won't just sort of be sitting crying in a puddle of my own tears. Which is not a pretty sight. You don't want to be seeing that. Now, if we can get this one here into the garage, and see if we can just see what options are available for this vehicle. So there we go. We can bring that one in like that, and stop. There we go. Right, so we've loaded it up. So we've got garage trailer unavailable, loader installed, short log, or utility trailer. Ooh. So if I take that one and I uninstall, does that mean that the others are also available? So we've got... Oh, I see. Right. Let me click and just... Whoa. Okay, so a garage trailer is actually quite a big trailer. We got the utility trailer there, and fuel capacity 600, carries 600 repair points. So you take that 2 vehicles that are broken down. Then you got this one that carries 3 points of short logs, which kind of that's what we want to do to start with. And then the garage trailer, that would unlock the garage right up in the top corner of the map, which I don't think we need to worry about at the moment. The loader obviously used for loading up the logs. We'll go for a short log trailer, and we're going to see what that one's like. How do you install it? Just double click. So if you want to get it, you just double click. That's all you need to do, and then you have a vehicle. Right, it's starting to get dark now. Nighttime is falling, and we've got everything that we need. So let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, now I got to try. I'm going to want to turn now, but I've got this trailer on. If I press 2, it should. Oh no, it kind of turns around a little bit. Alright, I've sort of played around with the camera a little bit to sort of see what we can do, and unfortunately you don't have like a straight zoom out that you can do so that you can look at your trailer and stuff like that. You do have a camera that will then go back towards the trailer, but we're still limited on this camera, so that is a little bit unfortunate. I would like to have seen a slightly better camera than is available on here. I mean, this camera is drastically improved from the original Spintires. I'm able to use this. I've got the camera on the trailer, and I'm able to do it like that. I've skipped through the night. By the way, you go onto the map and you get an option to skip the night if you want to. So I have done that. I've utilized that particular option. We're going to take this log trailer and we are going to do our best to get all the way to the top of the map next and get a load of logs. And while we're doing it, we may also unlock another vehicle or two and also be able to we're going to stop off at the fuel. There's a fuel point part way up. So we're here. And we're going to go all the way back past the area that we were in previously. We're going to go up past there, and then we're going to come through here. We're going to cross this river, and then we're going to get, well, we're going to try and get through the river here so that we can get onto this road. And then we're going to move up through, and we're going to get to that fuel station and refuel there. And then this looks like it's kind of, there's a lot of cross-countrying going on over here before we get to this point. And then from there, we're going to head over this way. And that's, well, there's a garage up there. There's a log station there. And the lumber mill is all the way down here. So you can see it's a big map. There's a lot that we got to do in order to be able to actually reach our achievements. Now, if I press number 2, it's out on the trailer. If I press number 1, it zooms in onto the tractor itself or onto the front vehicle. So you've got an option that you can set the camera on both. What you don't have is the ability to lift the camera up in the air very much. I would like to have more of an aerial view on the camera in order to be able to sort of get a better idea of what you're doing with the vehicle. I mean, it's not too bad, but the single biggest complaint that I found anywhere with the original Spintires was the camera. So that's kind of the one issue that really needs to be looked at right from the beginning, right from the get-go, is how has the camera been improved. And it's got these improvements. It does look better, but and we've also got the cockpit view as well. We can do that. We can go in here. Whoa, you can't see anything from in this one. You literally can't see anything at all. There's just zero visibility on this at all. This is terrible. Okay, I really feel for the poor people that have to drive these for a living because, yeah. I have driven a vehicle like this once before, and I gotta say, the visibility on this, it is realistic. You can't see anything on them. They're terrible. They're absolutely awful. Trying to see what you're doing on those vehicles like that. Let's just zoom back out a little bit like that. And we'll kind of ignore the trailer. See, what I'd like to be able to do is just zoom back a little bit whilst on the actual Kirovets itself, but be able to see the trailer as well. Be able to see the trailer being dragged through the mud. That would be like the best option as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, we don't have that, so we'll live with it, and we'll see if it's added in later on. I know modding support is going to be added to this game later on. You'll be able to, any mods that you've got for the original Spintires, there will be guides, and you will be able to convert them over into this game so that you can bring all of those mods through. I don't know how difficult it is going to be to convert those mods. I'm not a modder. I cannot build mods. I can tweak mods. I can make some small alterations, but actually constructing them, no, it's not something that I've ever done. So I don't know anything about it. And I would hope that it would be really cool and really easy to do, so that lots of people can do it. I've got the impression that it's going to be fairly straightforward. I mean, they're releasing the ability to mod, and there's going to be tutorials on how to do it. So for those of you who are modders, there should be assistance there for you to be able to convert your mods from the original Spintires into this game. It's got full modding support anyway, so you'll be able to create all kinds of things to go with this one. and I'm really looking forward to seeing what people come up with for the game. Now, here is the next big test. We're going to take this bad boy down through the river. I'm really pleased that we've got this Kirovets. There's all these other vehicles in here, and the Kirovets is by far, is definitely the one that I wanted. This is the vehicle that I wanted for this game, and I've got it. I've got it to play with. Am I going to be able to get through this river? That's the next question. It's getting there. It's going through. It's not as easy. Absolutely easy. It didn't even break into a sweat. That is awesome. It's just fantastic. It really is. I just want to zoom out a little bit more so I can admire this vehicle just a bit more. But look at that. You got the mud effects coming off of it. It's just fantastic. I'm really pleased with this. I'm definitely going to be doing a bit more of this game in the future. I don't know if I'll be doing daily episodes just yet, because we're still doing daily episodes of Gold Rush. So I've literally got to pick what I'm doing here, but I will get some more out. Maybe we do one every couple of days just for a little while. I'm not quite sure. It'll depend on what you guys think of this and whether you want to see more of it, because quite frankly, so far I'm impressed with what I've seen. Now, I would like to, if we can, yes we can, we're going to get to the fuel station before we go. There's one thing that we're going to try and get to, and then we'll go in our next episode. We'll go from the fuel station up to the northern part of the map, and we get some logs up there, and then we've got to start thinking about getting those logs all the way back down to the lumber mill, and we've got to get 8 points there. This trailer will take 3 points, so there's going to be 3 trips with this vehicle if we're going to do it like that. Now, where is... we still got a little way to go. We've got to follow it around here. I'm guessing that water over there is, unfortunately, the road. Is it? I don't actually know. I got no way of sort of telling. This is why I'd like to be able to zoom out a little bit further. It'd be easier to see. That is, in fact, the road. That water is the road, and we are getting hopelessly stuck. Right, okay, so there's a good chance to use the winch. We go to advanced mode like this, and... Are you kidding me? Is this the only vehicle that doesn't actually have a winch? Oh, no, yes, it does. You go winch like that, and then... Alright, hang on a minute. Let me bring the camera around. So this does have a winch. It's okay. So we go winch there, and I'll put it onto there. Is this going to work? The winch is... Yeah, the winch is F. Oh, that's fantastic. The winch actually just rips the trees down. Oh, this is brilliant. This is absolutely awesome. Right. We've got that one there, and then if I exit that mode, I can start trying to drive forward whilst doing that at the same time. Still ripping the trees off, though. Let's go forward a little bit more. Okay, we may not be able to get as far as I was hoping to get to. Oh, we can just reach that tree. That's excellent. Reaching that tree is going to make a significant difference, because I don't think we'll pull... No way. No way. Just pull. I thought it was going to pull the tree over. It's making it lean a long way. Wow. The physics on this is fantastic. We've actually got the physics to, like, literally start trying to rip the trees over. And, I mean, I don't know if they could or not. I got a feeling that in the original game, you couldn't, like, completely pull the trees down. The mud does perform better than it did in the original game. And it does leave it there, but at the same time, you don't just leave these great big ruts everywhere. Let's just move. There's the camera there. Oh, I see you got different kind of camera modes as such. And if we go there, that's all the way out. It's actually quite a good camera there. I can sort of see what I'm doing a bit better. I think I'm literally just going to have to just keep spinning, churning mud just for a little bit. And oh, this is the problem. We got no points to attach to. This map is not called the Bog for no reason. This is really, really awesome. I'm really impressed with this so far. I'm seriously really impressed with this game so far. Right. Oh, yeah, we're out of the first little bit. What is this thing going to be like coming back when it's loaded up with logs? That is going to be... We're going to have to try and go... There is a roadway that you can take. I think that is a little bit easier than this. I think we're going to really struggle to get a load of logs down through here. I genuinely think that it's It's just not going to happen. We're at 95, 94, so it's a good job that there is a refueling point up here, because we are really going to need it. We are running low on fuel, and you can only fill halfway anyway. I think that there is like an upgrade you can get later on that allows you to carry more fuel. It really is quite boggy here. It's a shame this thing doesn't have a diff lock to make it a little bit easier. He's just churning himself in now. No, don't get stuck. I got nothing to attach the winch to. Oh, this is brilliant. It's literally just there. I can see much better road. I'll be able to actually progress a bit further if I can just get to that point. Okay, so we will go here. Oh, no, you need... If your camera's still moving, just click the mouse button. So we go there, and we do that as a winch source. Press V, and I'm going to start moving towards that point, and then I'm going to put the winch going. That didn't help at all, did it? That didn't even help a little bit. So let's try that again. Select winch source. Can I do that twice? Can I have like 2 winches going? Let me move the camera around a little bit like that. Oh, we do. We have the ability to put 2 winches on. So let's try... Oh, no, we don't. It's literally 1 winch at a time. So if we do that, then it eliminates the other one. So you can't run 2 winches at the same time, but you can help yourself out a little bit with the winch. That didn't really do a lot, did it? Let's try turning it round this way. Maybe we can get to the... There's a tree there that I think that we could use. Let's try that again. Yes, we can get to that tree now. And if this one doesn't work, we're going to start getting... I don't think that's actually on the right tree. Go there. Start moving. And no, it is on the right tree. Excellent. I want to turn that way a little bit like that so that I'm getting a little bit closer. I'm take the winch off now. Go on. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm just going to keep spinning. I'm going to take that winch off. And no, it's not going to go any further for a moment, but we may be able to get a little bit more. We've got another tree over here. Is that a stump over there? I'm not quite sure. Let's try that one. Start going a little bit more. And no, it's not a stump. It's the actual tree. Excellent. Excellent. Right, take that one off. We're getting there. Yes, we're through. We're through. We're through. Okay. I've gone way over what I actually intended to do for this. I'm having so much fun with this. There's the fuel station. We've made it to the fuel station. That is fantastic. Okay, so if you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give me a like. It really does help. It makes a significant difference. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be fantastic. No add-ons with fuel capacity installed. Truck automatically refueled. So there's nothing else that we can do. Oh, hang on a minute. So the garage only takes you up to like 200 or to half capacity. This one has filled me all the way up. I'm at a full 340. That's fantastic. I think this is a good place to leave it. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye and see you later.